Like take a sigh of relief at all, knowing, I mean, obviously, you know, SEC teams you got left are still good, but knowing you got the Alabama and the Georgia behind you at this point?
Well, we don't take anybody for granted, and we approach every week the exact same way. However, you know, certainly we acknowledge how strong a team that Georgia and Alabama have this year, and that was a real. I always tell the players, and I told them today, I have a saying: I either win or I learn. And you know, that was a learning experience for a lot of our players. And the positive to me that I took out of it was I thought we played hard. I don't think we ever gave up, and I thought a lot of young players got some valuable game experience. You know, the one who probably stood out the most was Schamberger. I thought under the big lights in an environment like that, 3:30 CBS game in Alabama, he stepped up and did really well. But there's others too. You know, Batuli, you know, continues to emerge as a very good young player. Matt Butler got a lot of reps. Kevon Bennett got his first action, I think. First real action. You know, like I said, so there's a lot of young players that played, and we got to take the lessons learned from that week, that game, and all the games, and move forward. And we've really kind of turned the page. It's really a 5-game season. The objective is to go 1-0 this week. That's what we need to do.
Have you been pleased with the way the defense has played in the first half, the last several weeks, particularly the first 2 quarters of those games?
Well, you know, it's kind of a trick question. And the reason I say that, I mean, there's in the Alabama game the other day, there was a lot of good snaps, you know, but in the big picture, you know, we have to put a whole game together, and that's what we haven't been able to do yet. So to answer your question, you know, whether it's the first half or whether it's the first 3 or first 4 quarters, there's always been, you know, in the course of a 75-play game on average, there's been 60 to 65 really good snaps, you know, but there's been 10 snaps that have been poor and in some cases catastrophic. And those are the things that separate us from being a good defense and maybe a really good defense. And to me, we just move forward. We make those corrections. We move on. And like I said, we have to get ready for a good Kentucky team.